Hey guys, in this video is going to be a review of my BigBoi Washr Pro. I've been using it for 3 months now, and the long story short is it's a pretty good piece of machinery. Now I've had a few issues with it. The first one is there is a leak from somewhere up in that region. I really don't know what is leaking. I tried to contact the people I bought it off, who weren't too helpful and told me to speak to BigBoi. I would say, to be honest, that's a little bit of poor form, considering it cost me 1,200 Australian. But the issue doesn't affect the operation of the machine at all. In terms of how the machine actually operates, it's a pretty good machine. It has great constant power, it has really good flow rate. The reel is super, like, it works really nicely. Some bits, like little rubber bits, are not, you know, too locked on there, which kind of sucks. But for the most part, I am pretty happy with the machine. Would I buy it again? Yeah, sure. I would probably buy it again, because the reality is the next step up is going to be the Kranzel, which is double the price. If you're in America, you know, there's probably a smaller of a gap between the two, but in Australia, it's just so expensive. But the BigBoi Washr Pro does a really good job. It's been safe on every single paint that I've done. The only downside is obviously that little leak that it has, and the other one is that it's so loud. Like, it's extremely loud when it's pumping. If you're using, like, say, a Karcher or something, then the volume increase will be a bit of a shock. It honestly reminds me sort of like a petrol washer, like, with how loud it is. I can kind of turn it on and, like, that's kind of how it sounds. But as a design, you know, clean design, fits on the wall, it's pretty good. The accessories kit has been pretty good for me. I did have an issue where the O-ring on the foam cannon came off. Well, it came out a little bit and it was spitting water everywhere, but that was a really simple fix. Just, you know, with a spanner, just, you know, removing the bolt, putting the O-ring back in and tightening it back up. But apart from that, no other issues. The 4 heads it comes with are really good. There's no, like, absolutely no issues in that regard. The hose itself is really, really good. I think it's a nylon material, and in my experience, it tangles, but not in the way that other pressure washers tangle. So, like, once it's pulled out and I'm moving around, it will kind of sort of kink up, but it won't kink up, for example, like Karcher pressure washer will. So, you know, it's easily, all you have to do is flick it back and it will untangle. So I would say it's non-tangle, but it does get tangled up, as any, you know, cord, hose, or anything like that will. Overall, actually pretty good machine for the price range of 1,200 or Australian or whatever it was. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I definitely would buy it again. I hope that issue with the little leak is not a problem. I think other people have reported it as well, and I don't know, we'll just see how we go. So I've used it for 3 months. I've used it on probably, you know, 60 cars in that time, and hasn't failed me once. So pretty happy with my purchase. And if you're asking if I recommend it, yeah, I recommend it. If you can get it for a good price, on sale, definitely worth the money. And if you can get the stock, good to go. Hope that helps.